Hello, Balance community. I wanted to address some questions that we've been getting in a video format and send an email as well to keep everybody posted. So, first question we got was, how does the Michigan Supreme Court ruling affect the safety precautions at Balance? We got that a lot from our team as well as some clients, so I just wanted to talk about that quickly. As you may know, the Michigan Supreme Court ruled that Governor Whitmer's executive orders were no longer viable. They are not in use. And since then, the health department has put in some guidelines as well as Washtenaw County. The team was concerned that that we wouldn't have as much safety precautions throughout the state, and that could impact what we're doing here at Balance. So what I want to say first of all is that this is a health issue with us always. It's not political. It's to make sure that we can give good massages, great massages in an environment that you feel safe. So the conditions that we have aren't changing. And again, I want to be very clear in that we ask that if you cannot 100% commit to these, that you self-select out. At this point, I represent the team, and I'm sharing with you how the team feels. No therapist wants to be in a room with someone who is at risk of COVID to them. So I'm going to just review these with you again, so we're all on the same page. No matter what rulings come down, Balance is going to be able to operate in its own little world, and we are going to probably be one of the strictest and safest businesses that you'll be with throughout the pandemic. So if you have tested positive for COVID, we currently are not doing massages for people who have tested positive, but we're working on it. We have a plan in place to do that, and Chris's and I right now are working on trying to make that a reality. So if you have tested positive, you can call us, but right now we are not doing massages. We ask in the past 14 days that if you've had any symptoms of COVID, including cough, fever, diarrhea, nausea, loss of taste or smell, that you don't get a massage. If you're a healthcare worker and you worked on a COVID positive floor with COVID positive patients in the past 2 weeks, again, we ask that you remove yourself from getting massage. If you've been around anyone that you know of has been exposed or you think might have been exposed, if you've been to one of the places that Washtenaw has said had a high exposure rate with dates, if you've been there during those times, we count that as an exposure. If you've traveled outside of the state of Michigan in the past 14 days or on a train or plane, if you've traveled inside the state but on a train or plane, we ask that you self-select out. And then the big one is it's a honesty thing. We ask that you're wearing your mask when you're outside of your home, that you are adhering to the CDC social distance guidelines. This is an easy one to just skip over, but for the team, again, I'm representing the team, and I tell you I'm speaking on their behalf. If you are not wearing your mask, if you are not adhering to social distance guidelines, we ask that you do not come to get a massage at this point. We are taking all the measures we can inside of the studio, and we need to make sure that we're being that we're welcoming people in who are taking this as seriously as we are. Another question we've gotten is, have you had anybody call you to say they've been exposed or you had any issues? We haven't. We haven't had any concerns with people letting us know after the fact, and the team is just on top of their game, making sure that they're adhering to the recommendations that we have too. Everybody wants to stay safe. With that, a reminder, every time you come in, there is a contact tracing plan on the back of the form that you're signing, and that is just that if you are exposed or if you're near someone that's exposed and you've been in here, let us know. Give us a call and keep us posted on what that exposure is like. So if you were, say you thought you got exposed on a Tuesday, you didn't find out till Friday and you were in here in the middle, please get us a knowledge of that so that if you do test positive, we have our contact tracing plan in place and can let anybody know that was in the studio or saw that therapist that day. Again, we haven't had that happen at all. Our goal is to continue to keep on that path and asking you to help us do that. But remember that contact tracing plan is there for a reason. I know sometimes you get used to signing things and you don't read them anymore. Take time the next time you're in to read the form, read what we're actually asking you to do so that we can partner in that. The other thing I wanted to just talk about was winter and fall. It's going to get cooler, and we've got the question of why don't we have the table warmers. So if you've noticed, and maybe you don't notice because the sheets are on it, we have a plastic thing that goes over the massage table now. And that allows your therapist to wipe that down completely after massage. Sheets come off, it's a complete wipe down of that table, then the table sits there and we change rooms, so we're doing a massage in a different room, allowing everything to get sterile again, the air to recirculate. And so if we did a table warmer, it'd have to go underneath that plastic. And what we've realized is that that creates condensation because it's heat in something that can't breathe. So we can't do that. It's a safety risk for a different reason. So the options that we have are the heaters in the rooms, getting them a little bit closer to you, and then you can bring a blanket. So that's the big takeaway. If you want to bring a blanket, please bring your own. You'll notice we also don't have brown blankets because we can't keep them washed after every round. We don't have washing services in the studio, so everything has to get sent out or take home. So what we're trying to do is make sure we're creating a room that is super safe for you to come in every time you get a massage, and one that therapists can flip over quickly. So it's going to be a little bit chillier in the room. We did look at some options. We had some therapists looking at options. They all required washing, and we just can't do that in between every massage. So that's the information for now. Thank you for your questions. Please keep them coming. The best way for us to know what information to share is to just listen to the questions that we're getting. And thank you for helping us keep balance safe. Again, that is our #1 goal right now, to keep a safe place. We've had many clients thank us for that. We have clients that have come back that are in the middle of chemo, that feel safe enough to come here. We have clients that say this is really the only place that they're coming to outside of, just getting groceries. So thank you for helping us be able to keep that environment. Please keep with us. We know that COVID fatigue is real. We also know we're going to the flu season. We're going to winter. We're going to be inside more. So just being mindful of what you do and how it can impact our team. We appreciate that. So again, if you have questions specifically for me, josieann3@gmail, 734-474-4206 is my cell. Or you can always call the studio, 734-660-5919. Thanks so much, guys. We'll talk to you soon.